Hi everyone, it's Kasia from tarotmap, and I just wanted to make a very short video and compare these two decks. The Motherpeace Tarot by Karen Fogel and Vicky Noble. You know, it's a very famous deck. It came to life in 80s and it's been around forever and ever. And I initially have purchased this mini deck. You can also get the set of the mini deck and the Motherpeace Tarot Guidebook by Karen Fogel. And it has all the cards described in 4 positions because it's a round deck, so you can, you know, it can go from upright to the red, to like move to the right, move to the left, and move to reversed. So you get all these positions here, and it's a cool book. You know, it's a very basic, very, as you can see, just sometimes 1 sentence for each position or 2 sentences, but it's a good starting point. I did purchase from thrift books another book on Motherpeace, but unfortunately it hasn't arrived yet, and I'm not sure if it ever will. What I wanted to speak to you about today is just to show you how much better, in my opinion, this regular size of Motherpeace Tarot is. So let's take a quick look at the few examples that I showed you. I just got this one from a swap with a gorgeous Jen, and this one, as I said, I purchased myself, and I've had it for some time. And first of all, this is the difference in sizes, so it's quite a, you know, tangible size difference. This is a mini deck. It's quite comfortable to handle, you know. When you want to shuffle this one, it's very easy. But this one is also okay. It's not huge like Daughters of the Moon Tarot. It's actually also quite, it's actually also quite comfortable to shuffle, and you can still handle it. It's not a deck that, you know, you just go, oh my god, it's so big. Like, I know that Daughters of the Moon, I have an issue with shuffling, even though, you know, I'm a good shuffler and I don't mind big decks. So second difference, the mini tarot is really heavily, but it's laminated, it's shiny, it's got this kind of gloss over it, whereas the regular tarot, I don't know if you can see the difference, but the regular size doesn't have this glossy bit. It's totally matte, and it has this beautiful, actually really beautiful feel to it, whereas the small one, it's much more kind of plasticky in the feel, and it's got this glossy thing. The colors are a little bit different too, as you can see. The light is not the best, but seriously, there's not much I can do this time. So this one is a little bit brighter, and also, you know, the quality. If you want to take a look at this one, you can't really see the face, and it's not just because of the camera. I think the camera now, it's focused, so, but you can't really, you know, see the face. You can see the face a bit better here, but definitely not here, and definitely not on the Empress. And on the larger picture, you can quite beautifully see all the lines. You can distinguish so much more on the picture itself. So for some reason, you know, sometimes you would assume that maybe smaller picture will be a little bit sharper, but in this case, larger pictures are so much sharper and better quality. Like, you can see it here, you will see it on other cards as well, but on the facial expression here, and yeah, on the Empress. So this mini version is much more kind of muddled. So here, like, look at the big color difference also. And to be honest, when I got this deck in the regular size, I finally saw what the cards are showing. I don't know, this one I was a bit lost with this mini version here, you know. It's 9 of Swords, is this kind of, but it's really not very sharp. It's just can see this Chiron kind of centaur female here. They all kind of connected like with the umbilical cord or some kind of snaky creature. And you can see how much more visible all the figures are and how much more sharp everything is on the large card, and also how different the colors are. So on some cards they're much more different than on the others. Like this one is much more kind of yellow on the large size. And so here we see definitely the face of the woman. We see the, you know, the fruit, and here she is a little bit kind of like you can barely see her face. When I look at it like live, I can see a little bit of her face, but not really much. She's very like not sharp. So the large version is really so much nicer, and the feel of the cards is this kind of buttery feel. So here as well you can see everything, you know, on the face of the chariot. You can see nude, fruit, but definitely, you know, the facial, even the facial expression, Medusa here. And on this one it's much more like you can see the face, but it's much more like vague. And few more examples. So this is the strength. So also it's easy to spot the difference, you know, how much sharper the larger version is. And yeah, this one is pretty good to see, where here you can barely see the face. I only actually saw this card properly when I had the large version. This, yeah, you can kind of get, yeah, it's a tower. But on the sun or the moon, you can barely, you know, see what's happening. Like the eyes are very gently noted, and here you can see all of it, and that she's playing. And the Justice, I love this Justice card so much. So we can see what she's holding here, and it's just so much nicer. And then here we don't really see the faces so much. We don't really know what she's holding. So yeah, if you were to choose between mini or the larger one, I would definitely look at the hands difference in the detail. I definitely recommend you to get the regular size version. That's beautiful here as well, and I really prefer the color. So on this like wands, you can't really see so much difference maybe, but it's still so much nicer in the on this Hecate. I love this hem, it's so cool. So again, look at Hecate's face here and how scary she looks here. And just a few more. Again, here you can see her face, facial expression, all these details in the hair, and on the mini version, not really. The Hierophant. Not too keen on this Hierophant. You know, Hierophant is one of my favorite cards, but this one is taking the more negative association. It's just the different colors and also, you know, facial expression. And the last one is the Wheel of Fortune, when you have all these goddess artifacts and you can really see them so much better on the large version. So again, if you were to choose between a large one or the mini version of Motherpeace, I'd highly recommend the larger version just for the feel of the cards, for the matte finish, and for nicer colors and much sharper images. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed it, and well, I wait for my book and see how I go with it, because I would love to work with this deck more right now. I feel drawn to it. Let me know if you have any of this and if you agree with me, and all my love to you. Bye.